What is good, Carter people, and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Bobby Lamb taking the fattest dump of 2020. Yeah, I just had Chick-fil-A with my girl, had two grilled chicken clubs, got that bacon, that pepper jack, got that nice chicken breast, so I had like 4 breasts in the car, I guess. But anyway, in related news, in today's video, we're going to be going over Lil Loaded taking the fattest L of 2020 because he actually turned himself in for accidentally shooting his friend a couple weeks ago. Pretty much doing exactly what everybody tells you not to do in music videos, holding loaded weapons while pointing it at the cameraman. But I guess that's why they call him Lil Loaded. Nah, that was a little too soon. I hope the best for Lil Loaded because I know he did this on accident. But let's just get into the story. So without further ado, Lil Loaded takes the biggest L of 2020. Let's talk about it. Okay, so a few weeks ago, or maybe a month ago or so, I made a recent video. It was titled something along the lines of "Rapper Does the Unthinkable," in which it was a Florida rapper who actually shot his cameraman while shooting a music video. The music video even dropped like a week or two later, and cops pull up to the dude's house and he was featured on Cops, like the actual TV show on cable. But the cameraman lived, and so we're all cool. I think there was actually beef with the cameraman and the rapper afterwards because obviously dude shot him, and cameramen, from my experience in the industry, aren't really that good of friends with rappers because they have two different work ethics. Like, cameramen are working all day, all night, editing videos, shooting videos for various rappers, whereas rappers, you know, kind of cooling it, have all the bitches, everybody jealous of them because they got all the cool shit, except for the actual money, because a lot of the times they don't pay the cameraman. The cameraman's kind of doing it just for the clout. So in that dude's scenario, he probably didn't get his money's worth because if the rapper didn't pay him, he literally just got one payment of like a bullet into the shoulder or some shit like that. But anyway, in Lil Loaded's situation, I actually heard this rumor of him shooting and killing his homie while shooting a music video. Firstly, from an Adam22 tweet in which he quote tweeted his brand No Jumpers report on the incident, in which he said he accidentally shot and killed his homie while shooting a music video and now he's going to jail over it. Gotta be one of the biggest L's of all time. Now, at first, I didn't necessarily believe this, but I still reported it on Twitter and Instagram. But then I read the Complex article which first broke the story, pretty much confirming all of the information that Adam22 just gave, plus a little more context. In that, Complex states up-and-coming Dallas rapper Lil Loaded turns himself into the authorities on Monday evening after a warrant went out for his arrest in a murder case. Lil Loaded is accused of shooting and killing 18-year-old Kalaya Walker, aka Savage Boozy, which is in Lil Loaded's crew, on October 25th, so a couple weeks ago before Halloween. Savage Boozy was driven to a nearby hospital after being shot, where he died about 2 hours later, which unfortunately reminds me of King Von. So he wasn't killed instantly from the bullet, however, I guess he was in critical condition on his way to the hospital. Lil Loaded, Kalaya Walker, aka the person that was shot, and a witness named Cameron Walker, likely his brother, were outside Savage Boozy's house when 2 shots went off. Boozy's sister, Keisha, ran outside and saw her brother lying on the street with a gunshot wound to his torso, with Lil Loaded and Cameron Walker standing over him, after which they told her to call 911 because obviously he was very injured. Keisha picked up Lil Loaded's phone and saw a video taken on the phone showing the suspect, otherwise known as Lil Loaded, shooting the complainant. So basically there is video proof that Lil Loaded shot his friend Savage Boozy. And by the looks of this quote from the story, it sounds like Savage Boozy was recording a little snippet for Lil Loaded with his phone and got shot while he was pointing the phone directly at Lil Loaded. Lil Loaded and Cameron Walker then left the hospital back to the house where the shooting happened and then fled, possibly believing that the cops wouldn't have enough evidence to charge one of them with the actual shooting. But as we mentioned before, Lil Loaded this past Monday, so yesterday, turned himself in for the warrant out for him for the murder of his friend Savage Boozy, aka Kalaya Walker. And likely because of this aforementioned video proof on Boozy Savage's phone that his sister had in possession. His most recent post was actually a boomerang video of Kalaya Walker, his friend, with a caption of "So much love for you, they thought we had the same mama, I'ma see you soon," with a sad face and praying emoji, potentially referring to the fact that he may be dying soon, Lil Loaded that is, or maybe he's gonna get the death penalty, considering in Texas that is a possibility. And if he turned himself himself in. Maybe he admitted to the crime, because turning himself in doesn't necessarily mean that he confessed to actually doing the crime. I mean, YNW Melly also turned himself in after there was a warrant for his arrest for his double murder charges, but he's still pleading innocent. Therefore, Lil Loaded could be making the same moves. The Complex author also reached out to people in Lil Loaded's camp, in which they said he was shooting a video and shots went off. It was an accident. It wasn't like they got into an argument or anything like that. Walker got shot and he died, unfortunately. So it seems like they are also admitting the fact that Lil Loaded accidentally shot his friend Savage Boosie, and it wasn't anything malicious, likely why Lil Loaded actually turned himself in rather than running from the warrant like many other rappers and gangsters have done in the past. Although they didn't explicitly state any names, so it can't really be used as evidence. And now Lil Loaded is currently incarcerated and his bond is set at $500,000, wherein if he's released, which I don't know if he's going to pay this $500,000, he will be released on an electric monitoring, aka an ankle monitor, wherein they can track his GPS location at all times. Regardless of what you think about this crime though, of him accidentally shooting his friend, Lil Loaded is probably going through it. I mean, I couldn't imagine killing my own friend and going to jail for it. Like, I would almost be conflicted as to if I should even go to jail, because obviously I want to continue my life free. Plus, Lil Loaded had a bright future ahead of him in his rap career. He was just blowing up like this past year or 2 years, I guess. And now he's being charged for murder, which is years at the least. Ample time for him to lose complete relevance, especially because he hadn't become that hot just yet. And also, as I mentioned before, he might be getting life or even the death penalty, considering he lives in Texas. Plus, it was his friend. He probably has a ton of guilt and is going through it emotionally. And that's why his Instagram caption of the day the incident happened that we showed earlier in the video was a bit cryptic as to him possibly taking his life. The whole situation is screwed up. Pray for Lil Loaded. Hopefully he can get through this. So with that, it's your boy Bob Lamb signing off, sending out a PSA to all you rappers. Please just take the bullets and magazines out of your guns before you shoot the music video. Like, what is the point? A lot of these people think it's cool and like it's the only way to shoot a music video. You gotta have your pistols loaded. Like, nah, bro, it just ain't worth it. Like, all these kids watching the music videos, they're not looking at the bottom of your gun to see if you got like a fucking loaded magazine. Plus, if you take all the bullets out of the magazine and just keep it in the gun, there is no possible way to notice. But let me know in the comments what y'all think of the situation. You think Lil Loaded will pay his bail? Do you think he'll stay in jail considering what he did and his guilt of killing his own friend? Make sure to like and subscribe while you're at it for the latest hip-hop news, drama, and analysis videos, as well as to follow me on all my socials in the description and join the Bob Gang if you with it. Peace out, cut people. Know what I'm saying?